click, like, subscribe, and let's get ready to paint. Hey man, say man, it's your fellow cello back for the final. I think it's gonna be the final touches. Gonna try to knock this out. You know what I'm saying? Not too big, but it's one of my favorite pieces so far. I have another one that I had started prior to record this process that I wish I had recorded, but sometimes when you're in the moment, you don't be thinking about hooking no camera up and pressing record and all that stuff. You have to really have this planned out. And most of my stuff be like spur of the moment, like I just get the inspiration or just want to paint. And that's basically what I'm focused on. But other than that, how y'all people doing today? I hope you're in good spirits. I hope your day went well, depending on what time of day you look at this. I hope kids ain't get on your nerves. Your girl didn't make you want to just not come home. Or your man just made you not want to come home. Fellas, just for my fellas. But you ever used to wonder why, like, your dad or your granddad used to get home? Sometimes they just sit in the car for a while. You be like, why granddaddy? I know I used to look like, why granddaddy ain't got out the car yet? It just be sitting there. Everybody sit there for a good 15, 30 minutes. I done seen my granddad, like, he might be reading something, smoking a cigarette, sitting there with the car running, listening to music. See, my granddad was a preacher, so it was different. But yeah, I just like, he just do that. Or sometimes, like, when we moved in my other house after my grandma died, he used to always come over there when he got off work before he retired. He used to come over there. He used to always sit in this chair right by the front door, and he'll be talking. Might be looking at TV. Next time you look over there, granddad be nodded out. Might take him a good 30 minutes to an hour nap, maybe an hour and a half. So he really needed it. Then guess I get ready head on to this house and see what your grandma done cook, stuff of that nature. But him and my stepdad had a real good relationship, like a real father and son duo. Like they had it, cause my granddad used to stop by every day. This was the routine. He'll pull up. Yeah, most of the time my stepdad would be out there in the yard. Like he loved staying in the yard, so he might be cutting grass or trimming some hedges or just doing up under the hood of a car. Just doing something. And my granddad would pull up. Next thing you know, they get to talking. Then you might look out there, they be standing in the middle of the yard talking. Sometimes they be sitting down, they be talking. Like I might be coming in from being outside and they be sitting out there in the driveway with some chairs. Granddad, what you know good there? Salads. I had a cool granddad. So I ain't doing too much. And one of the good things that I really loved about that man was he was a preacher, but he didn't never talk about God. Like, you know how you got some people like everything they talk about is like that. And he was never that way. He'd just have a normal conversation with you. And he always told me one time, see, my nickname was Buster. And he said, Buster, he said, I used to be like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? I sinned, I did my drinking and all that, womanizing. He said, so God just touched me one day and realized I was going down the wrong path. And it was what it was. He was a real one. I was like, I used to always say, why you don't never just I always talk about the Bible and stuff. He's like, I'm like this. If you ask, I'm more than willing to tell you whatever I know, experience, or whatever. But I'm never gonna push nothing on you that is not warranted. You know what I mean? People, and I was like, that was powerful. And then to see him put in the work though, like I seen this man get out his bed 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, drive into a member's house because someone has fell ill, Or then you had sometimes they kids done got locked up, so he coming up with bail money and stuff like that. And that left a lasting impression on me. So that's like when I go to other churches and I just be peeping how the preacher be moving and what they be talking about and stuff, I be like, yeah, this ain't real to me. You feel me? Because a real servant of God, I've seen them put in the work. They don't need no security. They don't need to pull up. He ain't pull up in no Bentleys. You know, my granddad had an old diesel Mercedes Benz. He used to love that car. And other than that, he had a company car because he used to work for Dixie Barons. So he'll have a company car. They used to always give him the new model of the Chevy Aluminum. So that was his company car. They got one every year, or every other year, however it went. And he wasn't a man of material. You know what I'm saying? He was more family orientated, you know what I'm saying? Trying to spread the word. We'd pull up plenty of times. He'd be sitting in the garage with the garage up, got all his books spread. He taking notes and studying before he know he got to preach Sunday. I done seen him, man, preach at 2 churches on a Sunday. He was basically the preacher over 2 churches. That was crazy. The first Sunday we be at Barrow, and the second we be at, I forgot the other church. So like, but I say this to say that I didn't see what I see now. Everything's more materialistic. Like, man, we done been in some country, but I mean, we went over one lady house. She stayed off in the woods. I don't know what it was. Griffin. It was somewhere down there, Thomaston or something, bro. And this lady was cooking. She said, "Yeah, I'm hungry." I was hungry. Then she showed what was it, but she had a possum with an apple in her mouth. So like, "You want some, baby?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." Can't do that one, bro. Can't do that one. I like, heck, nah, that's like a big old rat. Ew. But hey, that what they be eating now. They can't knock the hustle. I guess if we raise up on it, you kind of like the taste and whatever is normal. Most I done ate was some deer. I guess that's what they call venison. I've ate some squirrel. Uh, I can't recall if I ate anything else, but I remember hunting for squirrel with my grandma boyfriend. Maybe took me to the woods with a shotgun, but I remember, bro, I don't even know how old I was. I probably was like, I had to be like 9 or 10. I had to be like 9 or 10 or something, bro. We went in the woods hunting. He gave me that shotgun and told me to shoot that mother. That mother put me on my butt. I remember that. Go back to my good granddad on my stepdaddy daddy. And my grandma, Mary, but I wish many people could have met her. Man, that was a sweet hug. When I talk about a real first lady, like of the church, bro, she was just a beautiful lady the way she carried herself. She was like quiet and confident, but if you get on her bad side, boy, woo, she tell you into you, bro. She kind of like my auntie. If you ever see my auntie Cheryl, she look just like her mama. And Cheryl used to like to twist your ear, bro. I used to hate that. Shout out to my cousins, Santrisa, Shawana, Shamika. I hope your mama feeling better. But yeah, bro. Auntie used to like to twist that ear. Shout out to my cousin Byron. Shout out to Tierra. Shout out to Tori, Shalonda, Sean, Dion, Shay, Aunt Lila, Aunt Phyllis, Uncle Doc, my mom, my sister, my son, love everybody, even though I don't keep in contact like that. It's funny how we just like, it's not funny, but how life will be moving so fast and you be like, you be meaning to talk to people, do stuff with family members, and next thing you look up a year be done went past, stuff like that. And then unfortunately, the only time that you really do see them is when somebody passed, then you get together like, man, we need to do more as cousins and stuff like that. And everybody be amped. Then it lasts about a week or two. Next thing you know, you ain't even speaking to a person on Facebook. You feel me? The deterioration of the family, man. Sad thing. But back to my granddad. Cool dude, man. So I look at other preachers, like I done been to other churches. I done went to Bishop Bonner. Yeah, I had became a member and everything. Dude, cause my homeboy had turned me on to him. And, my girl at the time, she was excited about going to church or whatever. So I was like, let go. And it was cool, but I noticed all of the sermons about money. Money, 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 money. And they pass around them gallon buckets, bro. Like for real. Gallons. And I'm okay, I understand I'm tired of this stuff or whatever. But what really turned me sideways is one time I had fell into, I was in a financial bind. So I was like, I was trying to figure stuff out. So no confiding in one of my homeboys. He was like, hey, why don't you try asking the church? You know what I'm saying? You are a member and you're going through a hardship. I'm like, you know what? That might be a good little idea. Let me explore that option. So I go up to the church or whatever, and it was like, it has to be submitted in writing, then it got to go through a committee to get approved before it get to the pastor see it and sign off on it. Whatever. Whatever it is, it was gonna be a long out drawn process. I'm like, man, I'm in need now. What are you talking about? It'll be too late, you know what I'm saying? I like need this is like yesterday type action. So they kind of turned me off because I don't see like my granddad, he was approachable. He didn't have security around him. Like you could talk to him one-on-one suit. If you really need to be counseled, you could show up early and just go and meet him in his study, located behind the pulpit. And he'll counsel you with, and try to help you with whatever you got. And he was always accessible, like via phone. So that's what I was accustomed to. So you have to turn off. That also turned me off on like organized religion. Like it's all money driven. It's not really ain't no heart in it. You feel what I'm talking about? Like you get all this money from the community and your members, but you got your members, half of them scraping up them little pennies and quarters to donate to the church and going home and barely having something to eat. And I'm like, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I done seen my granddaddy pull up on you and bring you some hot food. And other members of the church will show up and make sure you straight, dropping off dinners and plates and whatever they can to assist each other. And that's a community. And these days, these churches be so big. How is that community? Half people don't even know each other, and most people just show up on special occasions so they can peacock. Everybody, I'm calling out on Easter and all those. That's when everybody want to go to church, and I'll be all jazzed up and looking up and down their nose at each other, trying to down on each other. It just be crazy. I seen all this is going to churches, and I just used to shake my head. I'm like, well, this is crazy. All this junk is a show, a facade y'all putting on. Y'all really ain't about what the word really say. Like for real, for real. Y'all just playing. It's all an act. So as you leave here Monday morning, you back to your bullshit. You feel me? Sadly, you just recovered from the club Sunday morning, so I keep it 100, man. You just want to go in there so you can feel better about the fuck up shit you finna do that week and last week. Hey, when I put on these notes, man, I'm gonna wrap this one up and just put a little finishing touches on it. And I think we got another one, family. We got another one completed. Now, the next thing is, do I do watercolor next, pencil, pastel, color pencil, Mark, feel free to comment. And the most comments about whatever one is the next one I'm gonna do. But if not, I just make my own decision. I'm thinking of color pencils would be cool. I really want to do some pastel. Watercolor's nice too. We're gonna see, people. Here we go. Final results. Once I put a coat of that good stuff on there, make it pop. Yeah, I got a little special something I might do to it too. So y'all tune in next time. Love y'all, family.